Welcome back. The 151st Assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union, the world's oldest multilateral political body, founded in 1889 to foster parliamentary diplomacy, peace and sustainable development across 181 nations, is now underway. BJP MP Aparajita Sarangi delivered a stinging rebuttal to Pakistan's baseless claims on Jammu and Kashmir, slamming their habitual propaganda and terror exports as attempts to politicize forums. J&K is integral to India, she asserted, spotlighting schemes like the PM Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana for food security amid global hunger talks. Let's in fact listen into her statement.
My right of reply with regard to the statement made by Mr. Sadiq Sardar Ayaz, Speaker of the National Assembly of Pakistan, in this 151st Assembly of the IPU. We deplore the attempt by Pakistan to politicize this forum and to bring in unwarranted references to issues which do not fall within the purview of this assembly. Quite habitually, Pakistan attempts to indulge in propaganda and makes baseless allegations against India. The Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir has been, is, and shall always remain an integral and inalienable part of India. No amount of rhetoric and propaganda from any country can override the fact that accession of Jammu and Kashmir to India was completely legal and irrevocable. Pakistan has no locus standi to comment on India's internal matters. In fact, it is Pakistan which is an illegal and forcible occupation of India's territories that it should vacate. Peace and development in Jammu and Kashmir is anathema to Pakistan, and it is trying to sabotage this by use of cross-border terrorism to destabilize the region. As regards the Indus Water Treaty of 1960, I am to state that it is an undeniable fact that there have been fundamental changes in the circumstances since the Indus Water Treaty was executed. These include technological advancements, demographic changes, climate change, need for clean energy drive, and threat of persistent cross-border terrorism. The treaty in its preamble says that it is concluded in a spirit of goodwill and friendship. The obligation to honor a treaty in good faith is fundamental to a treaty. The unrelenting cross-border terrorism from Pakistan interferes with our ability to utilize the treaty as per its provisions. Hence, it has been kept in abeyance by India.
Joining us live on the broadcast is our editor-in-chief, Rishabh Gulati. So we are seeing that Pakistan is actually back at using the global stage for its propaganda against India. It's raising issues that are unrelated to the forum. However, India has time and again shown Pakistan its place, sir.
You know, it often happens that we see a broken record phenomenon when a single track agenda happens in every international forum that can possibly be attended by a delegation from Islamabad. We are here in Geneva. This is the 151st Assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union. It's a body that works on the promotion of democracy. It's a body that is focusing in this session on human rights. And those are the conversations that, of course, need to be had within that country on the promotion of democracy, on the promotion of human rights. Instead, a different series of conversations are currently going on, which you can well imagine. But some updates coming in from Geneva. We've just spoken with Aparajita Sarangi, who is the Vice President of the Executive Committee of the IPU. She's a Member of Parliament in India's Lok Sabha. She's the one you just heard giving the right to reply. And we've just been told that Pakistan has sought a rejoinder to respond to India's right to reply, which has currently been declined. So a fitting right to reply, which had to happen. Aparajita Sarangi had just spoken to us. She's told us that on the 2 or 3 points that have been raised by the Pakistani speaker when he was speaking, one of them was on Kashmir, the secondary one being on the Indus Water Treaties. She has specifically mentioned to us that the preamble of the Indus Water Treaty particularly says that there has to be a spirit of bonhomie. And Aparajita Sarangi has told us that after what's happened in Pahalgam, it is difficult to find the spirit of bonhomie to have these conversations, which are needed to have on what happens with the Indus Water Accords. But India has given a very firm position, as it always has on Kashmir, as it has on the Indus Water Treaty. It has made the point of Pahalgam, and more importantly, the feedback that we are getting from delegations that are coming from across the world is that they understand India's point of view very clearly.
Rishabh sir, since you have in fact spoken to her, and we will be in fact playing out that interview later on in the day, could you give us some insights into what you actually spoke about and the discussion that you held?
So we've of course been speaking to members of all delegations from across the world, not just the members of India's delegation. A large Indian delegation of course is here, and in our conversations with them, the focal point is what is India's role and responsibility in the Committee of Nations going ahead. What is the role that we can make when it comes to the promotion of aid, when it comes to UN peacekeeping missions, of which India has participated in more than 60% of the peacekeeping missions that the UN has conducted. What is the role that India can play as a first responder? What is the role that India can play in the promotion of democracy, in the promotion of human rights? So in a large conversation that needs to be had on matters of global importance and of global merit, one can say it's unfortunate that sometimes they get parallelly hijacked with sidetrack agendas, which international forums, especially ones that are being looked at with a lot of interest from the international community, you can understand that certain vested interests want to pick up agendas that are outside the scope of the conversation to make a point. So Aparajita Sarangi spoke with us. She told us about what India's role is here at the IPU in the promotion of democracy as the world's largest democracy, and the promotion of human rights across the world, what we stand for when it comes to Gaza, in Ukraine, the truce deal that has happened in Gaza, hoping, of course, of peace that takes place in Ukraine as well. The current global concerns, including environment, issues on gender, issues on the promotion of developmental goals, sustainable development. A whole host of conversations are taking place here, and India is participating enthusiastically in all of them.